Hi, folks. Nick Tockert here with the Historical Fencing Guild. We're going to knock this out real quick because I am running a half hour late, which is something that almost never, ever happens. Historical Fencing Guild is brought to you by the sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all available through Amazon. And, as well as Hybrids of Sons of God, available through Indiegogo. It is crowdfunding right now, and FMG, as well as the Big Stompy Robots core rulebook. I am so sorry for this, guys. Those of you who may not know, our area has been absolutely slammed. We got hit with a lovely bit of the ice storm, and it knocked out my internet for quite some time and my power as well. So it's been a real beast of a time. I hope the system is working. We're finally up and running. Oh, wow, guys. Oh, this one took me left field, folks. I don't usually get hit that hard, but I'm going to dive through the incredible chat real fast. Whoops. Okay. Greetings and salutations. Hello, 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 everyone. Lurk, lurk, lurk. Hope things are okay. Don't forget to like. I couldn't even message. I think I might have scared him back. And I'm back this week. Had a bit of a rough time, but things are better now. I'm glad they're better, Paris. I doubt it. Probably tech issues. Good seeing you. Thank you. Good thing we can keep ourselves going. How's everybody's week? Ours was too bad. Wasn't too bad other than one tummy flu. Well, aggravating. Actually, had some work annoyances. Found out at least one reason why AE isn't selling. Yes, I know I'm streaming. In happier news, I finished the laundryman and got out awesome. I got one sleeve feathered on my Kenku costume, and larger feathers are made. Busy week. Geez, tried to repair one of my fans. I don't know. Well, I now know one way that doesn't work. I'm sorry that's not working. Find more. Last of the fan seminar is tomorrow. Much practicing to try to tidy out the parts. You can do it. Mostly quiet. Got my hands on translation of Fiore. Wonderful. Fiore's a great read. Most of it one kick in the head. Ouch. Know exactly the spot you mean. What was causing the pop, and now I know which part of the move is treacherous. Slight mutation will help me keep it close to actual form. Hopefully a lot less ow. That's wonderful. Yeah, there's work. Yeah, it can dislocate your hip if you move wrongly. Has done it wrongly. Oh, God. Never feel bad for altering the form to fit you. That is exactly what you're about. Guys, I am so proud, not just of what's going on, but the conversation in my chat. Yes, I talked to Sifu about we went back for acupuncture. He said he'd look at ways to modify it if nothing worked, if he didn't eliminate it. When the weather warms up, we might start doing Tai Chi in one of the local parks. Not teaching it there, just doing it. Oh, that'd be good. Exactly. I've started doing a bit more myself, have to baby myself back into things. Had a major depressive swing over the winter. Had put on a bit of weight. That's got to go. A slight rheumatoid arthritis set me for a spiral. I'm so sorry. Thought a rotation in the kick. The idea was supposed to be jump off your right foot, crescent kick, land on left foot. It wasn't the crescent kick it was trying to launch. Oh, 110 pounds straight up, high enough to kick before landing on the side with the two worst joints. Yeah. Ow. Oh, that's roof. I'm not even trying it. Prudent. It's not a favorable event. Yeah, you guys got to be careful. I'm sorry. I'm blasting through these guys to try to catch up. When Foxy and I learned our first staff form, our former Sifu, we did it in one of our parks. It was nice. I know my limits pretty well now. It really was. Nice weather, room to practice, occasional people watching, having what the? Yeah, I did fan forums on break during the last spring and summer in the parking lot at work. Got some weird looks. I knew my limits, and then the rules changed. I'm encountering similar. Yeah, I have a feeling the same will happen to me. I knew my limits before, but I'm relearning. I do curse that rheumatologist, though, for setting me back so far. Yeah, I hear you. Half a dozen docs gave me Groucho Marx medical advice on my anti-Christmas list just now. I mean, yes, I know it's on me, but they could have been kinder about things. I think docs skip bedside manner. And I said, right? Yes. They were friendly enough personally, but they were basically super dismissive with my issues because I saw a fat girl. I had a neurologist who diagnosed me with being morbidly fat. That's why I had nerve things. Didn't give me anything to do about it, just said, you're morbidly fat. Eye roll. Ugh. Exactly. We didn't drive 2 hours to get lost for them to completely dismiss us. With sound, we have sound. Yes. And it did help nurse. And the doctor were all shaped like you. Yes. They need decent, civilized humans, regardless of body configuration. Glad you're all right. Go get Nick's books. Yes, Amazon.com. Check out his art. Prayer scores. I also have 1.33, but that's online scans. Nothing wrong with it. Look at it and understand it, because with older forms, you can see them and pace your way through. The nice thing is when you look historical, you can watch the evolution of fighting styles. And the more manuals you look at, the more you start to figure out which period favored movements that lean in with what comes natural to you. And then look at what regions did. And then once you have that, you can branch off more. Tune into the Historical Fencing Guild. Yeah, at some point. If you have any questions that your Sifu can answer, feel free to ask me. I will try the best answer. Don't forget to tip your host. Oh, God, could I use it this time? Let's see. If you want, paypal.me/Nicholas Tucker. Today is also my mom's 65th birthday. She won't see it, but happy birthday, Mom. I respect that. And thanks. Okay, cool. It looks like I caught up. Massive mea culpas. This storm just messed everything up. And today has been a day of getting a whole lot of stuff done. I was, before the storm hit, I was helping Luke fund my comic up. And, I mean, I'll show you something cool. This is my lovely dinner. You'll note that it's untouched at 8:30. It's been one of those. Caught up for now. Hey, I'm just glad a few of you kind hearts are sticking around for this one. I am physically ashamed to be running this late. But let's talk about what's on the menu today. First, an update on me. I have good and I have bad. The good is my lovely son was sick. Not bad. He had some stomach distress and had to stay home on a planned outing. So I was able to grocery shop with my little brother and go through a very lengthy grocery shopping period without needing a break nor having really pain issues. That for me is such a big deal, because usually it used to be I'd have to take multiple breaks just to make it through, say, a Walmart run. And I did that at speed because the store was closing. We aren't going anywhere, whether minutes later or hours. Thank you, guys. It is so comforting to be able to relax and be around some of the most amazing people in the world. And yeah, shop and not drop, and then be able to bring it up the hill all by myself because Xander wasn't able to help. And then go out and shop the next day. Now, I've taken today, because I knew there was a storm coming down, as a lay down because I don't want to overdo it. But I am getting better. That's the positive. That, and you guys don't get to see it, but it's much to my dear friend. Pizza sounds good. But I have homemade. Mandy makes these meatloaf burgers, and she has a lot of, so they get like a crunchy outside, and they're really quite good. But that being said, whew, uh, I've also been doing drills during the commercials I run on my other programs. And since I broadcast at least 5 times a week, anywhere from about 8 to I've gone over 20 hours of broadcasting, given, you know, sorry, 10 to 20 hours. Wittenhauer, yes, I'm sorry, Wikita, a wiki for Wittenhauer, yes, wonderful. And we do hope a recipe, you find a recipe that doesn't hurt you. But that's the good thing. The bad thing is we got a home blood pressure cuff to check because my wife's been having low blood pressure. And mine is back up to very, very scary levels. Enough that I have to readjust some burps, some life skills again and farther. And I may have to dial down on the things that stress me. My family has a profound history of heart problems, including stroke, which I sound like I'm having. I'm not. I'm just trying to pull it back down, and heart blockages. So I have to be very, very careful. So yeah, I cracked 177 over like 120 today. It was bad berries. So I think it's because I ate out twice in a row, lots of salt, lots of stress trying to finally get Hybrids the Sons of Gods, the RPG launched that I did with Luke Stone. And I need to ground out. And so we're going to see about that. I'm changing things. I can't be stressed out. So I will be doing things that mitigate my stress. Fortunately for you guys, that involves sword fighting slowly and making things and streaming programs like this. Unfortunately, it may mean I have to back off from some of the spicier content I get myself involved in. And we're just gonna see. It's one step at a time. It could also be a sign that I'm in a consistent, perpetual anxiety attack again. They'll happen sometimes, and they go long enough that I forget. Oh wait, yeah, this is an anxiety attack. So that might be part of it. We're just gonna work through. And thank you guys for being here. I'm trying to take care of myself, and if that means more doctor's visits, if that means more lifestyle changes, there are a lot that I want to make, and it's been physically difficult to do so. But once we get through the storm, I can start scratching my way back out, which is what we do, isn't it? I mean, that's what the guild's for, about helping people adapt. Ooh, yours used to bottom out so well the nurse couldn't find it. Yikes. Yeah, winter of anxiety was my issue. That too. I may not be here every week, but I think about everyone here. Thank you, Paris. And we are absolutely here to support you. I don't want to turn this into, I'm not whining. I'm just expressing my my plans and my situation so that everyone knows. I do plan in the very near future, if I can get it set up, to do something I've been meaning to do for a long time. When I was in the SCA, this was my personal weapon, and I'm going to turn the video off for a moment. Oh, God. Let's see. We think about you. I hope you guys are doing well, and please don't take offense. But I do pray about you guys. I've done that too, Cindy. I randomly pass out. That was the part of the problem that got me on this journey. Don't worry, Nick. You can whine once in a while. Well, I don't let myself do it often. I often do, but it's annoying until I've learned to stand and not move till it fades. Yeah, that's part of what happened. I felt really weird, and I'm like, wait a second, we have a diagnostic tool. Um, so this is my personal rapier. Uh, it is a Zen Warrior Schlager. I believe it's rounded. One of the last oval Schlagers. They're very hard to find. Oh, there went my stylus. Custom, for those of you who haven't seen it, a custom triple brass knuckle guard. I can get 2 fingers, but I consider it a finger and a half under the cross hilt. Now, normally I would be very, very anal about handling this with gloves, but as you can see, years of use have wiggled the and worn out the leather spacers. So I'm going to have to find the right screwdriver to fit in there, and I think my hands are together enough that I can get this apart. And then take all the pieces out, and I will probably use Brasso and absolutely destroy a microfiber cloth to give it a rundown and do as good a blade inspection as I can. But you'll notice it's got a very dark blade. That's because I use gun bluing, which is the substance that makes rifles look that dark blue-black. And I treated my fighting blades with it. So this has been, I bought this in 2002, 2001 from a beautiful man by the name of Gilberto Benitez, who I took his persona and I immortalized him in my game world because it was the finest privilege I could give. This was actually from people who I did not know it when I met him, but I was a very, very, very poor college kid, and he pulled out an old master's mask, which I have downstairs, and this, when it had the solid steel, like almost rebar looking rigging, and he sold them to me for $80. It was way undervalued. It was every cent I had, and I kind of had to sketch out on dinner. But I've been in love with this weapon since then. And it really does define what a primary should feel to me as a rapier. Wonderful cup hilt protection, the quillions that I'm used to. But as you can hear, there's a bit of rattle to it. And that means I actually cracked the ricasso, which, let me see if I can, you can see clearly this support is held together by electrical tape. So I want to get that apart, get the tape off, see if I can't get some good wood glue and clamp that together, reinforce that, because the shape it's intimate to me. The bars actually, the cross piece is not centered. It runs on the right side. So this is very much preferably a right-handed weapon. But the shallow bell allows me to do blade transfers. And it's very important that I get this looking good because there are a couple appearances coming up. One of them is a performance. At the end of summer, July 20 something. I'll have to look at the date again. I want to say 28th, but I'm not, quotable. Do I see where my stylus went? Sorry, I just don't want to step on and break my stylus. No, I don't. Which means, aha, there it is. Anyway, that's my favorite primary weapon of all time. It's got 34-inch blade. It fits me right. But I want to give that a full workover. I may even order a new tip and retip it. I'm not sure. The tip, it didn't have a welded button. So I actually took a nail head and cut the nail off to have a round button, wedged it in there. And it's worked for decades. It's wonderful. But bringing that back will be kind of a very spiritual thing for me, almost more than a practical. when you fight with a weapon, it becomes part of you. It becomes part of who you are. And I mean, I have a beautiful, it's downstairs, wide blade, but this old railroad spike, which I cannot fight with because it's just started to develop. If you can look and see, there's just a hint of a S curve starting, so it would break right there if I overused it. But this and that, oh god, were my companions. This is an old, I believe it's a motorcycle brake, and this was the handle off of a pot I purchased for very little. And this is a Zen Warrior pommel, and this is the old railroad spike. I loved this weapon. It and I have a lot of history. Now, that's very different from what I will be training people with and getting back in shape, being these guys. And because of the Patreon money that I've been able to get 6 of them, which means I can fight safely single with 6 people or have 3 dual wielding. And as money and availability balances out, I will be getting cold steel parry daggers so that it's ultra lightweight, because so many of the people that I work with are coming from a position of weakness, and I don't want them to have to fight the weight of the weapon to learn the forms and art. You can always build up strength later. So that is in the works. I want to do some rudimentary cutting videos. I want to attempt some cuts with my favorite little machete. And I figure I should mention that, or a reminder of some gear. This is something I picked up, and I actually got it for, I want to say, 75 cents, because it was on clearance. This is a folding saw, and while not intended for weapon use, the craftsman in me and the old Bushmaster type is absolutely in love with having access to something like this, because with this in my tool belt and an axe, good knife, axe, something like this, I can make wonders. They have very fancy, expensive ones, but I'm not a fancy nor expensive kind of guy. Although, well, something just fell, and I hope it didn't break. This is my Priscilla. It's a shroud. Priscilla bush sword, and it is remarkably sharp. I am handling this incredibly carefully because I am, in no small part, a trained professional. It fits magnificently in the hand. It retains well with this wider pommel end. The pommel end of the knife is wider. Now, I will not put a lanyard on a knife like this, and I want to talk about that. There is a distinct reason why you'll never see me wear a lanyard to a knife like this. A stick-based weapon, maybe, but an edged weapon, never. And the reason for that is simple. I hate flail weapons. Oh, I will tell you, it comes with this beautiful sheath, and it comes with a snap rig, but the snap rig does not fit properly in the sheath. So I have to make a new baldric, essentially, to wear this thing. But it's supposed to sit basically like a shoulder harness, so it's quite comfortable. I may do a modified where this goes through when you wear a belt, and then the baldric goes across, which would keep it very, very nice and secure. It draws lovely. The balance is great. It's got a powder-coated blade. The edge is superior. I want to beat on this thing and see if it's worth any good. But that means you may actually get to see something you rarely see me do. There's also one other hazard. The strap tends to draw against the blade. Let me move this so I don't cut my hand. And it tends to dig at the strap. But I got this quite some time ago, a few years, and I love it. I just have to make a very custom rig to use it properly, which, oh no, not a custom rig. That would be terrible. It is actually short enough, theoretically, I could wear it on my back almost, except no, I don't, because back draws are idiotic. But I do like it. It mates well with the knife that I would show, but it's in the living room because I was actually using it for some craft work as a fighting combo. So I may make some custom trainers based on those. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. I often do, but it's annoying. I've learned. Okay. Besides, my new boyfriend and Kitty and Foxy and Thesis, you guys have become family to me. It is our privilege and honor to be thought of that way. Look forward to the reprinting. Oh, we love you too, hon. I spent most of the last 10 months getting used to my swords again after the accident. You don't realize how much you use your hip until you can't. Exactly. I'm so sorry you had to learn that way, Thesis. I'm not. I mean, it sucked, but helped me understand limitations better. That's one of the. I've had to really look at, because when you're going through it, there's a lot of anger. There's always a lot of anger. Anger at yourself, anger at fate, envy. You have to process a lot of envy because it's like, what have I done wrong? All these people get to wander around normal. They get to move and not hurt, and not have to think so hard about every step. And I don't get that. Why? And I've come to realize why is because I wouldn't be able to help other people in that boat if I didn't. And I just need to walk that road again. And it's hard. It's hard to do it as alone in it as I am. Because my wife's doing much better. She's lost a ton of weight and making a lot of lifestyle changes, but she's not in a place, and she doesn't fight the style that integrates real well with mine. I'm hoping we can do something else in the middle, but there's a lot of all or nothing in some people. And that's not bad, but it's the truth. I couldn't do anything about what was going on until my nerves started to let me. Because, I felt like, Nicolas Cage in Ghost Rider looking, I am communicating with the spirit of fire. Except it's like I'm communing with the electricity in my body. Come on, spark, make the hand do the things. Stop hurting me and make the hand do the things. So my gradual undeath is annoying. But it's also made me reevaluate my style, my teaching, how I'm going to do things, and a different breed of humility, because I was brought up to solve problems. I was made to solve problems. My whole point of value in the universe is my ability to help others. If I'm not useful, what value have I? And I would never hold anyone else to that standard, but it's where I live. So anytime I have to go through this journey of growth, of change through that, it really does shift the definitions of who and what I am to me. And it gives me a perspective that many people don't have on how to find out who and what you are and what you have to do to change it, to make it better or worse, to be who you want to be. And that's a lot of the philosophy of what we're doing here. I could sit here and talk about, okay, we need to talk about how your parries flow. Boy, I'm starting to get that pile of trainers again. And what do I end up going for? Mistake. But when I talk about the book, I talk about integrated combos. So let me get this. And this is the easiest weapon to arm you with, because for the most part, it slides right there. Okay, if you are stabbing me, right, I talk about move that over, parry and counter, right? I'm going to bonk, because that is an integrated move. You're coming at me. A lot of times I don't even have to move. That is one form of a combo, because in one tempo, in one motion, this is catching, deflecting, coming back in. But understanding the more do you mind? Yeah, let's just not stab me right now, okay? You guys got a little too comfortable with that sword pointed at me. Anyway, there's a lot of then what? Because what I'm seeing is a lot of people fight, stab, reset, cut, reset. And it should be cut, hit, move, parry, flow. You know, two-handed weapons especially are pivot-based. You know, your Jins tend to have a lot of this kind of motion going. Well, the two-handed parry the same because you have wheel, you have hinging on, you know, the weapon. So again, yes, I get to rearm you. Don't get too happy about it. Hit, parry on the weapon. Don't look down. Look back up at me. Thank you. And then, you know, if I can get my guard up here, I can whip it around and come, and the motion turns the guard in, and I'm striking or hit, deflect, you know, rise the shot with the back of the blade so that I can then come back down at your outside. This kind of thing, and I need to make a new rig for arming you. I think that might be my new project. But this is how we learn, okay? But we have to learn, okay, I've parried, I have a smack here, I have a smack here, especially if I have a cross guard. So I can parry, turn it into a hit, and this has been knocked offline, maybe transitioned to another guard. Learning that fluidity of what attack comes next and how to launch them so that you're not just hit. It's hit. You're always throwing another shot when you're in range or you're defending. You're always doing something unless, you know, every action should give you a benefit or remove a negative, but you should almost always be ready to be fluidly in motion. Okay? There's something about this that is just ungodly familiar to me. But we need to keep the idea of what, as soon as you make a defense, it should make an opening that you can counter from, regardless of what weapon you're holding. And by learning the, dare I say, geometry, learning to see the angles, you can become more. So that's what where I'm thinking of in educational wise with you. I want to get into some more crafting stuff because slowly I'm getting my hands back. And what you're seeing is an evolution from little to no movement capability. Excuse me, I am so sorry. To more and more fine work, so I can do the detailed work that requires pressure modulation. Working, you know, enough tremor loss, you know, my hands are stable enough, I can start using edge tools again to properly cut leather and shape things. I might even have enough squeeze for a leather punch. These are huge steps that I have to recognize, and we have to celebrate this because this was not guaranteed. It's fairly miraculous. So now I have to go on to the next set of things and hope that the damage from the others hasn't worsened pre-existing conditions. And then hopefully through that, I gain the ability to move, burn enough calories that I can take this, because I don't want to be 330 pounds anymore. I'm tired of being 330 pounds. I was nearly 250 at one point, and then it just buckled. So it's an epic battle. Let me get back to the comments. Sorry, you had to learn. I want to rewind this because it's important. Sorry you had to learn that way, thesis. I'm not. It sucked, but helped me understand limitations better. That it has. You've been much kinder about my limitations. That right there. If I achieve only one thing in what I do with the guild, only one thing, making folks kinder about limitations, being theirs and each other, and others, may be totally worth it. Yet back drawing a sharp bladed thingy is an impromptu haircut. That's why I don't do it. I'm past anger and into rueful acceptance and ironic amusement. That's a good place to be a lot of times. It takes a lot of work to get there. And every once in a while, you'll feel the twinge. But that's natural. That's part of it. Thesis for real. The other injury that surprised me about how my movements were: torn cartilage near the sternum. Yes, everything did not. I had ribs torn off of my sternum. That is so, well, it's central. It's literally central to all your upper body movements, is built around this compression and expansion of the rib cage. So it is a devastating thing. And it's not something that's discussed or thought about. I don't think I've torn anything there, but I popped my sternum a couple times. That's not fun. This Wednesday will be exactly 8 months since I woke up part bionic. For the first month, I did nothing but heal. Then I immediately tried to flower one of my swords and immediately dropped it with pain. Yeah. It is hard, guys. It is hard to wake up one person dramatically different from the others, from who you were. And any great trauma will do that to you. Being able to process that is what's going to make you better, because that's wisdom comes from there. Spiritual growth comes from there. And whatever you are on the scale, I cannot believe that this is all there is. And I refuse to. I have my beliefs, and they are both complex and occasionally contradictory. And I've just learned to function. Sometimes life needs contradictions. We've got a comment dump, so give me just a moment. We all have our pasts and pains to get over. We all are works in progress, and I'm proud of what you've accomplished, Thesis. Absolutely. And never doubt the mental pains, the anxieties are just as real. Because I'll tell you, after being relatively isolated for quite some time around the pandemic, it hasn't been easy to get back around people. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's been a stressful day, and the pressures of the storm outside are wreaking havoc with me. So you've come a long way, hon. Yeah, you definitely has. Indeed, you have. I hope I have as well. I suspect so. From what I know and see, just being able to converse on this program and the research you're doing, you are farther down the path than you can imagine. Please keep walking it. Hey, Nick, what did you think of the sword I tweeted at you earlier? The Stabticus, the sword with the sliding beads. I love those things. I don't know the real reason behind it, and I'd love to, but I find them intriguing. Unless you're talking about another one that my mind has padded out in different ways, but yes. Ow, ow, ow! Yeah. 10 months, not 8. But even better. You're nearly to a year. You should do something to celebrate that doesn't involve falling off a stage. Makes noise to freak people out. Oh, the rapier. Oh, that was this week. I've had so much happen to me this week. With ups and downs and background stuff no one really needs to hear about, but that was this week. Yes, the jaggedized. There's a part. I just keep seeing that meme of, look how they massacred my boy. Because like the rigging with the solid state chain, I kind of thought was a little cool. It did the job. I mean, it was kind of neat. But that that excessively serrated. It looked like a chainsaw blade almost. Oh God, it hurts my soul because it's the ones that are so close to right. But then I'm like, no, we're just grinding that off. Flip. Not a problem, man. I'm pretty good with an angle grinder. You know what I mean? He has no taste. It was great. Now that being said, that's professional. As an art piece, I could see it. There was some beauty there. Torment, but beauty. LOL. Yes. Uh, it wasn't self-wounding, so that's when. Yeah, guys, please don't forget to like. I know these shows don't get as much overlap, but they are very likable. Now, apparently, Honshu is putting out some new weapons, which means there may be some new interesting trainers. And I am still tempted by the Honshu tactical katana because it really is just a messer. Don't get with the rig they put on it, it became a messer. If it had a cross piece, it'd be Krieg's messer, and my Vampire Hunter D fanboy heart would just kind of melt into a puddle on the floor. Okay. They sent me a picture of a rapier. You know what, guys? You've been really good, and to make up my suffering, my delay, I should suffer. So, as a mea culpa, I will put out another Cursed Swords folder. I'll share the link on the public Facebook group, and you guys can do what you do for next week. I will set that up right after the show is done, and we can see about put that in there so that I can download them all, and I can make sure that they're formatted in a way that we can look through them and make me cry tears of blood. You, my friend, are a masochist. No, I'm a martyr. I bleed for those I love. Oh god, but pain is your friend. It tells you you're alive. I mean, what? No, I'm not gonna start that cycle. But yeah, we're gonna look into that. I have, like I said, there's some new poly trainers I want to look at to see low cost king. In something I use in the other. This is not the green room. You have no idea. Anyway, sorry, you just reminded me of a meme my wife sent me that I'm not discussing here. But I want to go over some of those and cross training techniques, because we really need to look into what works for what weapon we'll move over, because I love agnostic systems, and what Ryan Coker said, that the simple sword, having read, he bought it, he read it cover to cover. He said this is a system agnostic. This is a weapon agnostic system. That means any sword you can learn how to do if it's one-handed, basically, with this. And a side sword is a system agnostic sword, which means you can make a side sword work just about however you want. I love that. We'll see what ugliness I can find. Yeah, have some fun with it, because you guys get a kick out of me nearly bleed out my eyeballs, and you deserve to be entertained. So that will be coming down the pipe. If I can get the facilities in the backyard started for spring, you'll get. I'll shoot a video, maybe a before video, to show you how things are. Talk about what I plan to do. I would love to get a throwing target set up so I can start thunking steel into wood from a few couple paces away because I miss throwing my knives. And if the wind stays down, I could do that again. I'm thinking of doing some basic machete cuts just to see how well. I've literally never done cuts of the. We're doing cuts to see how stuff is, so that might be entertaining. Is the way I could do it. I wanted to do it with the pumpkins, and that went boink. It's kind of fun, Paris. Well, that's the idea. Is kind of fun is what we're aiming for. I want you guys to enjoy this program and this network. I'll probably do a redo and. I'd like to do sectioned recorded videos on the basics, just real in-depth breakdown where, I talk about this is how footwork works. This is what footwork looks like. Melee stuff, depending on who I can get to come out here. Now, it's very hard because several of the more prominent guild members, especially Joe and Trey, are very, very active during the summer because they work construction. We did have Jim over, and the weather was not conducive to swordplay for either of us. So that was delayed tragically, but even he approves of the light rapiers as a training tool. My heaviest gin that I call Smiling Mountain is the one blade that I still can't flour without pain. I found this out at 12:30 a.m. This morning, last night. I have some weapons I can't wield. I have a couple lifesteal swords I can barely hold. I have a beautiful talwar downstairs. That was a gift because I trained a young lady in practical swordsmanship. And she actually went on to be a English translated voice actress for specific types of anime. And because she's in that role, I won't dox her in any way, shape, or form. But her father was very nervous about her going abroad. And because I'd done so much with her, and something happened, and she picked up a broomstick. I think he startled her, and she picked up a broomstick and very nearly applied, concussive maintenance to the side of his head. He could sleep at night because she got training. So he came and gave me assorted swords. It was really cool. And a few of them weren't mine. Not like this sword belongs to somebody else. One was a beautiful left-handed katana. But I have a brother. Oh, let's see. We'll lock that off. Perhaps as a reward for putting up with me, I will join you next week, so you aren't the only one. That's totally valid. Literally, if any of you want to be on, I have a little button that says invite right here. And all I have to do is hit it and send you a link in Messenger. Tortured? Yes, Foxy. We'll just have to remember that rutabaga is the safe word if you guys are, truly hurting me with poorly designed and aesthetically unpleasing weapons. But let's see. Torture. Yeah, there will be torture. I will suffer for your entertainment. But I want to get really back into the flow because this channel is my heart. This is my joy. It's on my other channel. Never mind the furthermore. I love doing it. It's an honor and a privilege, but it's also a job. Art time with Nick is how I calm down from a lot of it. But this is me in my element, talking about things I love. And you guys make basically everything else possible. I couldn't do it without. Well, now I have to find something truly hideous. So yes, I will set up the folder. When I make the video, I will send the backdoor link to Thesis. Giggles. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. And I hope you have even more fun. Tomorrow. tomorrow, next week. Go. I'm fast forwarding. My brain is not together, guys. But we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be beautiful. Now, let's see. That's coming down the pipe. Weapons review. I have been looking for both live steel weapons that interest me that are coming out. I follow the different sword and knife guys. Not many really tweak me, but I have very specific tastes in assorted weapons. And I'm at that point where, yes, I love swords. I will always love swords, but I don't need to. I'm rarely tempted to buy them. Trainers are a bit of an addiction because I can feel like I'm doing good with them, but I need to check to see if PHA has anything new. If you go to Purple Heart Armory, by the way, please use my affiliate link. And when you buy weapons, comment that I sent you because it's good for Christian to remember I'm out here promoting his stuff because PHA is an incredible company. And I love many of their weapons. They're also the most swords are a good addiction, but dang, are they expensive? Absolutely. So you reach a point where it's like it's got to be a good sword. I'm not going to buy a Bud K exclusive. You know what I'm saying? But there are some great weapons to be had, and there are some great options in all of that. And I think it's good to look at them and know what fits you. And I have some truly incredible gear at my disposal, and I'm just so privileged. I just have to get my life physically and mentally straightened out. Still looking for a decent side sword that isn't going to cost me a year's salary. Are you looking for a live steel or a trainer, first off? Because you've probably been looking in the wrong place. And Cindy Geeps. What is your price range, Paris? I can make some suggestions. And if not, I can look around because there are places you can shop. And depending on what you train with will want to be balanced with any live steel you have. I have a K-bar trainer because I have a K-bar handy. I like light axes. So I may be looking for or even requesting a light hatchet trainer. Okay. Give me a second. Let me just move this to new window. And we will just drink this over here. And we'll do this. And we'll move you here. I got to rearrange for just a second. We'll see if my internet will let me. But for trainers, we're going to go head sword. And we'll let that spawn out, and we'll look at the price range that they're talking about on PHA first. And I'll put the comments away just for a second to make sure that I have everything set up. So it'll be just a second. Share. And we'll make that big. So you're seeing what I'm seeing. I've gotten better at this through the art stuff that I do. But, okay. Looking for a decent side sword trainer that isn't going to cost me both. All right. And that's Canadian because you're in Canada. That's right. Actually, as a trainer, the what I would recommend, since I'm not seeing, there's the Italian tactical side sword trainer you can get. You just have to message Christian Dorst. I did a full review on this weapon, and they're actually lighter now, and it's only going to cost you $50. You can use this indoors, and if you bonk somebody upside the head, it would work still remarkably well. So for $45.95 American, I'm not sure. Let's see, shipping information. Oh yes, and there's a very nice poniard trainer. Ooh, look at you. Where have you been lately, my friend? Anyway, I may be just ordering one of those because it's 24 and I'm not finding the others. Anyway, shipping information is not coming out, but sizing, yes. Anyway, this is a great side sword trainer. It's relatively lightweight. Most importantly, it has a keyhole grip. So I would focus first on acquiring one of these and acquiring the skills. If you want more, of a traditional cross hilt, you can either grab the Bolognese, which is something I actually like quite a bit. You'll note it has a much narrower finger grip. Shorter, longer blade. I might even acquire one of these to review it because I think I like the. I think I really do like that. That narrower for the keyhole grip. That might be really, really nice. Now these aren't going to flex, and that's why I had to go to the other ones because it flexes. Oh, you found my first dog. Okay. I will set that up basically about immediately. The only reason I'm not showing you me setting it up is I have weapons and I have projects that aren't available. Oh my God. That bite. Oh my God. I'm sorry. My wife is an amazing cook and I couldn't resist. But I go 1 point. Oh, is it one? I 33. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do this. I'm trying to remember what it's under, but if you don't want a keyhole grip, and that's the only thing that's really European martial arts basic trainers. Come on. The 1.33 basic trainer. Now, if you are going and you want a basic, somewhere between an arming sword and a side sword, a do absolutely everything starter trainer, this is the one for you. It will be easily approximated, and it will right now I'm using a weighted car antenna that my boyfriend Alec made. Before that, I had a stick. And nothing wrong with sticks to start. If I can find where I put it, friends, I will show you the horrible katana I attempted to make when I was doing my earliest attempts at training. But this is where I would go for a trainer like this. Now on Amazon, give me just a second here. Hi, I'm going to switch to this because I need to change, and I don't want to accidentally flash the birthday presents I got my wife, because sometimes my blessed wife watches these videos. Occasionally she's in the chat. Rarely, but it happens. So an antenna as a foil. Exactly. Not wrong. And I've had people with extreme weakness buy a so basically not great for, gives you something to hit my pel with. Yeah, we need to upgrade your situation fairly quickly. Side sword. Oh nope, I'm in the wrong search engine. Hold on. I need to get back here. Come on, mellow out. No, I don't need skincare. Side sword trainer. Let's see if this comes out. My current foil is currently a mutant pistol grip made of 2 quillions and 4 thread spools. I am not surprised by that. Okay. Let me go back here so you can see what I'm seeing. And we'll move here and we'll go through, because Amazon is probably, oh yes, I have some cards to order. Yes, I'm a Magic the Gathering player. It happens every once in a while. I would avoid the cold steel one unless you have a lot of hand strength, because the cold steel one is basically a baseball bat. You can beat the let's see. Boom. Everyone who was cool played with sticks. They were swords, staves, guns, brooms, you name it. Absolutely. But we're just trying to see what we can find real quick. Now, I had considered it. The Red Dragon, that's a long sword, but they have a small sword, arming sword, that is an amazing system if you are interested in something like that. And you can find them relatively cheap. Now we're slipping into lifesteal already. Why are they organized like this? If you have big hands, that the Ibogu Wing Chun swords, for people who would be interested, that's a nice set. And that is how you be a medieval edgelord. But for 40, it's not even that terrible. I haven't done live steel yet. I am interested in this one. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Cold Steel's garbage, except for their trainers. Too heavy. I've heard them called sharpened crossbows by people. That depends. Oh no! Oh, it's starting. Oh, what? Oh, no! Come on. Oh, okay. I need a moment for a second there, because I saw some stuff that hurt my soul. I was not braced for it yet. That's one of my favorite trainers ever. Okay, let's come back up here. What we're gonna do now? You said 200. I need to check something, because it's interesting you mentioned cold steel. Cool double sword, perfect for the post-apocalypse. Yeah. I like the custom buffers. That's almost tempting. John, I think I found one that will outdo you. Oh no. Don't make it a... Okay. I have to take a moment, because That is really, really expensive, but I do find that to be a thing of beauty. That's the cold steel small sword. That's not only expensive, but I think that might be overpriced. Yeah, I thought it was grotesquely overpriced by about $100, but it's like tapping someone more than twice. Yes, fighting words there, huh? Yeah, apparently it's a throwdown, but let me go because I'm going to go to coldsteel.com. Give me a second. Heck yeah, you guys are getting scrappy. I love it. I love it. And what we're going to do, don't be cut out. Oh, there are some cold steel weapons I want. Ooh. Anyway, shop. Let me see if they're going by line. Okay. Lynn has a bit of a hard-on for sabers, and I have no problem with it. The saber manual put out by Anthony DeLongis for cold steel is amazing. It's just expensive. Oh, they've got some overpriced butterfly swords. They've added some. Yes, the cold steel Cavalier Rapier makes me melty in my various zones and regions, but it's not true bell cut. Let me see. Oh, their prices have gone up. The Colmanche, this fits my fighting style better. Even if I can't pronounce it. Where are your master at German longsword done right? Oh my god. Anyhow, Grossmesser. Different parts of my training versus my heritage fight. And every once in a while they get a little annoyed. Oh, they've been expanding their. I'm not seeing the Master at Arms series because that's what I want to show. Chris Dagger. MMA arming sword, which is at 300, is not bad. I thought they had another one. I would go if you were going to buy a live steel expensive. The Master at Arms series is a good middle ground. We could look at Cult of Athena, and I know I'm scrolling fast because I'm looking for specific weapons. No, I don't know why I would love that. The Parry Dagger, that's the live steel version of the Parry Daggers that we train with. It's $200 and, out of stock because of course it is, but things that make you go, whoo. And again, the small sword keeps taunting me. The Thompson saber, that's one he designed. I'm kind of curious about that. But I'm trying to see what they're listing, and it looks like they've cut their line down quite a bit. I'm rather saddened by that, but okay. Totally. Cult of Athena. Oh, let me see. Sabers? Yeah, well, yes, I love sabers, but I can't get distracted. If I start chasing sabers, I'll get distracted, Thesis. And what I need are side swords now because I am hunting side swords. Now, I know boss blades make some great knives. Oh, side swords. I'm trying to think of my favorite knife makers. Go. What? No. Let's see. I'm looking at the price. That's not like. I mean, that can't. Oh God. Oh, friends. Shh, be very, very quiet. I like the word Dirk. It's a nice stabby name. I do, isn't it? Be very, very quiet. It's side sword hunting season. In the darkest night, Jaw sibling wide. That is actually a fencing weapon? Really? Yeah, for sport combat, which is a good middle of the road, because if stuff ever goes wrong, you can always put an edge on it. Load, dang you. Oh, God. Well, that's just sexy looking. I prefer a slightly different guard, but that is sexy. And that's concussive. That's very concussive minded. Oh, no. 3-3. That's actually not bad for a steel buckler. $50? Not enough spikes. Yes. Kill the wabbit. Now that's stuck in my head. Let me go back because that's Kings and Arms. I love that. Of course I love it, but it's, $1,400. And you'll notice the Rotellas are coming out. Oh, that's also not bad. That's heavy though. I've actually fought against those. Okay, so that's what they're rocking in the realm of side sword. I'm going to look at something because I'm right here and I don't usually let myself go to the site because it's more expensive than my first car usually. But let's see what they say under Spanish. Oh, don't worry, Johnny. I have spikes concert. Or should I wait? You do that. Mine are exposed. Wait, because we want to see what's coming later. Oh, the Spanish swept hilt. No, a cup hilt, please. Some of us like our hands. That is a nice cutlass. That is a go not show cutlass. I like that. Oh, it's actually a cheap nice cutlass. What? It could use some magic inscriptions. Oh no. Zanzibar? Nah. Zanzibars are good. I don't mind Zanzibars. They're just expensive. Bolos are nice. I know what I'm looking for, and I should know. That's a Balaya song, but no. Mameluke Saber, sure. Dragoon Sword's probably not bad, but the grip looks a little square, and I bet the balance is slightly off just looking at it. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. I said Spanish, not... Okay, I will send the link. I will set the link up shortly. Okay. Cavalry Saber 280. Yeah, but see, they're throwing sabers. Let's try this. I have to look to see if they have something. Because I am looking for very, very specific swords, and the Falcata is a nice sword. But oh wait. Oh no. It's gone. The cup hilt is gone. Fluted cup hilt rapiers. The Hanwei Practical. That is a nice sword. It's just the only problem with the Hanwei Practical is it comes with a sheath as long as you leave it. Oh god, that's Hanwei blades tend to be a little light, and the pommel is a little too light, so it's a little choppy. What is this? I haven't seen this. Oh no. It's by Windlass. I know. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I don't know if I like that back strap, but that's a lot of beauty. Okay. That's all they have. Okay, cool. I'm not hurting too bad. Let's see if I can get this to work. LK Chen sword. Make me ache to do this. And we will look. Oh, God, it's this side again. I have to accept and close to get that. Yes, yes, because who doesn't love gigantic quasi-glaives? Oh, I can only be so intrigued, friends. Okay, we are looking for European Saxony rapier. Give that a moment. And yes, I thank you, some person. Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. The role-playing game is a great game. It's on Indiegogo right now. There are some announcements about that. Let's just say in next week, if Indiegogo isn't your jam, there will be other places to fund it. Oh, that. See, looking at the relative blade length on that and the pommel size, if this were either clamshells or a proper cup, I would probably be losing bodily control. That is an elegant weapon from a more civilized era, and it physically hurts my soul. Take a look at the simple sword. Thank you for putting my links there. Now let's go back because I went back too far. European. Let's see the Ribaldo. Now this actually is considered a side sword. This is actually considered a side sword in certain circles. The idea is you do have a keyhole grip with the slight finger guard. I don't like the finger exposed past the guard, but it is a very elegant weapon. I didn't catch the cost. I probably shouldn't. And let's see. Oh, I'll put that away. You don't need that going. Is it? Things are being a little. Let me see. American? Oh, cavalry saber. Ribaldo. Other weapons. Shields? Let's look at the shields. Yes. Oh, okay. I see what we're going with. Doge. I couldn't order a sword like this without handling it. It's just let me see other weapons. Oh my. Oh my. Um uh, I got it. Somebody send this thesis. I think I gotta send this to Sword Sage. I didn't know. Oh god. He and I would love to play. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not a shield guy. Some of these weapons in here just make me melty in my various zones and regions, and I admit it freely. With double hand sparring, Jim? Yes. Synthetic. Available as a set of 2. Those are long boys. Will it let me set it to watch for later? Yes, cool. That's in my watch later. And that's in my watch later. I want to see how these weapons go because these are the ones you want me to review. Swordgasms happen, friends. I'm not sure on the cost. So let's look at what the cost is real quick. Pre-sale on sparring shields. Oh no, I can't know that either. Because I'm trying to find a very it's down to 180. Down to 180 puts them at 90 a piece. Ooh. I mean, the problem is for $180, that's nearly 6 more swords. It's five more trading rapiers, and that's my problem with the pricing. But good lord, is that beautiful? I want to see the point of flex. I know he's, yeah, these are gorgeous. And it is a set of 2. 2 pounds, 41 inches, oh, God. Nah, there's the problem. $120 shipping. So that means it would actually be $300. That's what kills it. The Roaring Dragon, so around 5 feet long. Yeah. I can make them go, but that's far more. I can't throw $300 at 2 trainers, guys. I'm sorry. They're beautiful, but it's just not something, because that's $300 would completely outfit me head to toe in new rapier gear. Basically, I could even get new swords for it, but I can't. But what I'm going to do, and I'm doing this while we are here. Okay, I'm doing this while we are here. I'm going into Google. I am going into Docs. No, not Docs. Drive. Where's Drive? There you go. And you don't need to see this part, but I'm doing it live so you know what happened. And we're going to go my Drive, folders, last one. Will you quit? Let me do this. I'm going to have to expand this, which you can see. You can't see that. Haha. So I can say new folder. Cursed Sword Review Part 2, The Revenge of Kit Ray. Anyway, Part 2, add the R, boy. Create. Now, manage access. 1 second. I'm setting this up for you guys. Anyone with the link, copy link, done. This should do it. So we're going to close that for now, which should bring me back. And we're going to go here. And I have shared. Why is this saying chat with us? I don't want to chat with whoever. Oh, because there's a chat with StreamYard, but it's actually blocking my chat box, which I find a little problematic. Okay, there we go. That is the folder to put swords in to make me suffer. We will go in there. It is right here. That's the link. Put them in, make me suffer, and we'll talk about. And after that, it's a single, but they're 100. I'm betting it's about another $100 in shipping, but I will double check that. Maybe I can save up for it. Terrible at marketing. Buy Nick's books, Amazon.com. You're amazing at marketing. Then go check out the art, deviantart.com/NickT. Don't forget to tip your host. Yes, if you wish to throw money my way, please, paypal.me/Nicholas Talker. You will receive a prompt thank you. And you can find all my links at bit.ly/ntalkert or www.nicholastalkert.com. The link I use for PHA is woodenswords.com/?click equals 1745. because I get a kick for a little bit of anything you spend there, at least in theory. Now, I'm terrible at marketing. Go check. Don't forget to tip your host. Tune in to the Historical Fencing Guild, and there's the drive. And if you want to join the merry band, get backgrounds and basically say, hey, Nick, do a video and have me do it. Patreon.com/the Historical Fencing Guild to help Nick expand the Joy of Sword stuffs. The money I get there is what I use to purchase, trainers. I save up. And once I have, I'm also completely redoing my outdoor facilities to make it better for the folks who come out here and really need it, because I don't charge them. They have the opportunity to donate, and many of them do, either time or money. And speaking of people who've made things possible, Joe just came in at the end of the show. Hey, Joe, I made it a half hour late, so I gave them an extra half hour of content. The internet was glorious. So great to see you. Hope you're doing well, staying safe. The weather and roads are nightmarish, at least where I am. Friends, I will see you all very soon. Thank you for a lively show. Next week, I will suffer. And then maybe after that, I'll do a sort of the weapons that make me happy to kind of cleanse my palate. And things I would want. We may see. But please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or you want to discuss things with me or the lovely chat, the Historical Fencing Guild group on Facebook, it has the same boot you see in the corner, is there. It's a public group. Come in, ask your questions. And as Cindy Kep says, stay safe and watch out for weirdos. So until then, guys, do your drills. Keep your eyes open. Be kind to yourself and each other. And as always, dearest of dear friends, thank you for supporting your local swordmaster. I will see you all